Now, we still have quite a few mats. Excuse me. And we have all of our inserts and we have our covers, so we have a little bit left to do. But all the hard stuff's done. So I think my next step is going to be to choose the ribbon for the closure of the book. Now this is going to be the cover. The ribbon is going to go under the cover and tie on the side. And I'm leaning towards this light blue. Or I could use the red again, but I'm thinking of using red and blue possibly for those side pieces. There's some side ribbons. Yeah, I'm going to use this light blue. Okay, so let me get that done so we don't forget it. So what's going to happen with this is, whoops, it is going to be attached here on the spine and then wrap front and back and then tie in the middle. All right, so I am going to get my 3/8 inch score tape, if I can find it. I just had it, there it is. And I don't typically measure, I eyeball, but I just want to make sure this really is pretty close to the middle. And don't want it too long. Okay, so this is 6.5. So we want this to be centered at 3 1/4. Just like that. Okay. And we want the ribbon to be long enough. This is seam binding. I keep calling it ribbon, but it's seam binding. So it's got to wrap around and tie in a bow. Okay, that's going to leave a pretty good tail. Okay. Thanks. All right, there we go. Again, that's probably longer than I need, but that's all right. I like floofy bows. Actually, that's not too bad. That's not too much extra. Okay. I could give you a measurement on that, but of course everybody's book is going to be slightly different by the time you get to this point, but it is 12, 24, about almost a yard. It's like 36 maybe. No, 36 would be a yard. Probably about maybe 31 or 2. Okay, let's go ahead and do our cover. Now I'm going to do a lot more to this cover than what you see, but I know these are going to be the base pieces for the cover, so might as well get them glued down. To do, I'm going to do this off of the cover. I'm just going to center this piece on this piece. And what would be really pretty, I'm not going to do it because I'm trying to keep things simple, but you could raise this, you could put this on a piece of chipboard and raise it up a little off the back. You could put it on foam, but I'm just going to glue it direct. This really is a project that anybody could do. I don't think it's beyond the capability of a beginner. We didn't do anything too strange or difficult or odd. Putting a book inside another book is a little different, but it's not difficult. So I'm going to center this on the back. Just like that. That looks nice. I just love this paper so much. I mean, isn't she just adorable? Okay, and let's see if I can get my... Just really want to make sure that glue is well distributed. And then this is going to get centered on here. And I didn't leave a lot top to bottom, only about 1/16 of an inch. You could leave a little more if you want. Oh, I didn't give you measurements. I'll give you those in a second. Hang on. Again, I will have a cut list for this project. And it will definitely be on the Country Craft Creations Facebook group. And I'm not sure where else, but I'll let you know. Okay. And again, I've got it quite close to the top. Nice, that looks good. Oh, I forgot to put the ribbon down. Oh my goodness, I put the glue but not the ribbon. I cut it. Heavens, what am I thinking? I guess it's quite late at night and I think I'm nearing the end of my energies. My goodness, thank goodness I caught myself. Okay, let's re-glue that. I bet you was yelling at me in YouTube land. All right, let's try that again and do it right this time. There we go. That's better. Glad I spotted that before I really burnished that cover. All right. So cute. All right. This is going to be the spine. Okay, let me give you measurements. Okay. The background piece is 4 3/8 by 6 3/8, and the foreground piece is 4 by 6. The spine piece is 2.5 by 6 1/4. I do recommend that that you measure your actual book for the mats, just to make sure that yours is not slightly different. I'm doing quite a plain spine because there's a little sheet of decorative elements that has some things that I think will look nice on the spine, so I'm just keeping the spine plain for now. Stand it up and turn it over a little bit, and I'm going to center this side to side and top to bottom. Let's check and make sure that looks pretty good. back, and I am going to use this piece on the back. And this is 6 1/4 by 4 3/8. And you can see it's not exactly the same size as the piece on the front because this curve is maybe slightly different. So you really do have to measure your book just to be sure. And that's going to go right there. I love this polka dot. I think I'm going to use that on the inside front cover, but I'm not sure. We shall see. Right, and let's make sure that ribbon is where we want it. You know what? Hang on, turn it around. I'm going to do it from this direction. Hang on, I just want to make sure. Yeah, this paper has a bit of a direction, so I wanted to make sure I'm putting it the way I want it. Okay, here we go. Foiling things around. All right. Oh, that is looking so cute. Let's go ahead and tie the bow. Take a look and see where we're at. Awesome. I'm liking this. All right. Let's take a break. I'm going to pick some mats for some of the places that don't have them, and I will be back. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are continuing to work on our Authentique book using the collection Quest. It is Quest. And last time we finished almost all the elements in the book. I forgot one, and we're going to do it now. And that is a waterfall that goes in the back, on the inside back cover. So for the waterfall, you're going to need one piece 3 1/2 by 5. You're going to need 6 pieces 3 1/2 by 3. And then we're doing a belly band, and you're going to need for that a piece 1 1/4 by 5 and a piece 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. And I rounded the edges with my 1/2 inch corner punch on both of these pieces. Okay, and then the mats for these, are about 1 1/8 by 1 3/4. You'll need 2 of those, one for the inside, one for the outside. And then you'll need 2 that are 4 1/4 by 1 1/8 for the longer piece. And then the mats for the waterfall, you'll need 12 if you're going to do inside and out, that are 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. All right, so the first step is going to be to take your waterfall pieces, place the 3-inch side along the top of your scoreboard and score it a 1/2 inch. And you're going to do that for all of your pieces, all of your waterfall pieces. And then we're going to go ahead and burnish these, fold them over and burnish them. I'm going to go ahead and mat these before I put it together. And I am going to go through my mats. These are the ones I'm going to use on the inside. These are the ones I'm going to use on the outside. And I'm just picking, sort of getting an idea which ones I'm going to use and where I might put them. I like this one, but I used this as the background of the page where this is going. So that's why I pushed it to the side. Okay, so I'm going to use those for the front of this in this order, and I'm going to slide them over so I don't forget which order I had them in. Although once I get them all glued up and whatnot, I'll probably forget anyway, but that's okay. And I'm just using my art glitter glue to put these mats down. Oops, here's my pen. I have inked everything with Distress Oxide Vintage Photo from Ranger. All right, let's see if that helped. Realize I'm probably inking off camera. I'm sorry about that. Okay. I'm still working without a computer, which is making things a little tricky. But we are getting into tax refund season, so hopefully that'll solve that problem. Okay, so that's the one I had at the bottom. And then I have that. And maybe we'll put the spot there. And then that one. And then that one, this one on the top. I think that's just how we're going to do it. So now what I'm going to do, you see that? That's how I'm going to put them. So what I need to do is pick the ones that are going to go on the back. So I'm just going to sort of deal them out in such a way that I don't have the same ones together. Got, I wonder if I should just go with all spots. Yeah, put the red one in the middle. Yeah, all right, so just gotta ink a couple of these because I was going to use the striped sides, but now I think I won't. that's going to be the order that I'm going to do. So I'm going to start at the bottom and get my glue. I'm just going to slide these up so you can see. Right. Oh. And next one. Okay, so that's going to be our waterfall. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to build the waterfall on this base, and then we will glue the entire assembly into the book, rather than trying to build it in the book. So, I'm going to sort of, usually I work a little bit upside down on these. So what you're going to do is take the first one and glue it. I'm trying to turn it in such a way that I don't have a shadow. Right along the upper edge. Just like that. Okay. Oops. You could use score tape for this, but I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. Now, try and get this on as straight as you can, because sort of everything else lines up against it. Line it up nice and even with the edges of your base. Okay. Now, second one butts right up against that fold, like so. So you can see it's, if that first one's off, it's going to throw everything else off. You can make corrections as you go along, and you should, but it's just easier if it's straight to start with. Sorry, I'm trying to fiddle with it. Oh, there we go. And close that top one, make sure that they line up pretty well before you burnish everything down. Good. All right, and then the third one. Again, you're going to fold the top two down, make sure it's even. Definitely using too much glue. Okay, it's looking really nice. All right, the next one. Straight. Let's see if we can get that a little bit. There we go. Whoops. last one is quick. Hang on. Let's see if we can get it off again. All right, hang on, I just pulled that one off. So it was definitely crooked. Let's reglue that. Let's see. All right, that's better. I don't think it's perfect, but it's better. Okay. And we'll do the last one. And we're going to need one more mat for the base. And now you're going to find that you have a little bit hanging over, possibly. Gave you a little extra on the base just to leave room for any corrections you had to make. So you can go ahead and trim that off. You can leave it if you like. I'm probably going to trim mine off. And I have this piece, but I don't really want to use it. That's the same as the base, so I need to cut a different piece for that last bottom bit. So I'm going to trim this and cut a background, a mat for it, for here. Okay, so I trimmed that, and let's see, we need a mat 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, I think. Yeah, 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. All right. Now, we are going to use a belly band and a magnet to hold this closed. That is really cute. All right, so here's our belly band, which we cut earlier at 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 by what? By 5. And then a small one is 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. All right, now the magnets are going to go here and on this one. So let me go ahead and grab a couple of magnets. Long white back. These magnets are pretty big, but I think it'll be fine. They're very thin. So this one's going to go here. Trying to decide the best way to. So this one's going to go here, like this. And then this one is going to match on the top. Okay, let's see. I have an idea how I'm going to do this. I'm wondering how I'm going to get these magnets lined up with each other when they're both on the inside. And I believe it's going to be to put this one first. Okay, so I want you to see what I'm doing. I got some 1/4" score tape. That there. All right, and then this is going to be the belly band, so I'm going to put this one. Notice I put magnets so I didn't forget it. Now this is going to go here. Go ahead and glue that down. Oh, that's not bad. It was crooked, but I think I just cut it crooked. All right, there's that. And let's put this one on the outside. Right. And let's see, I know that the magnet's going to go on the inside, so I can go ahead and put this one on the outside of the small piece. Now let's take our assembly and we're going to center this belly band on the back so that it wraps up and over like that. Okay. Place. All right. This one is going to line up with that one on the top, and we're going to put the magnet and the mat on after. Okay, so you want to lay that flat, and you want to slide that over. Oops. Okay, just wiggling it back and forth until I get it about where it should be. And burnish that down. Okay. Now, oops, put that up. Put that there. Tape. Let's get things out of the way here. There's that, and I need a scrap. Make sure we can get it up again. Oh, I should put scrap there. Hang on. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. Now we just need to put this mat. Okay, I'm trying to put it where you can see it. Up and that goes over. Now this is quite a heavy assembly and it's wanting to curl. You can see that a little bit. So I am going to put it down with score tape. Lots of score tape. I'm going to use my 1-inch score tape on this. Do I need 1 inch? Do you really think? Maybe not. Maybe that's excessive. You know what? I'm going to put a 1-inch piece up the middle. Use the shorter, the narrower on the edges. could have just used 1 inch all over, but concerned because I didn't put any there. Wonder if I should. Yeah, I think I will. Alright, so I'm going to lift this up and I'm just going to add some tape right on that edge. Here's our book, and you can see I've put down the mat, and this is going to go, whoops, it's going to go right side up, right in the middle. All right. I'm just taking off the back of the score tape. Now, just want to put it down where it looks good. And that looks good to me. All right, and then just press down your corners. And this corner is lifting up a little bit. I don't know if it's because it doesn't have tape there. Let me open this up, or if it just needs to be burnished. Oh, I think it's fine. I think it was actually the waterfall that was lifting up. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, let me give you a quick tour of the mats that I've done, and then the last thing that we have to do is finish matting the small book and then do our various embellishments and inserts. You can see I've put side pocket photo mats in, and we'll go through those as we get to them because they're not matted or anything yet. So I have put the gray stripe as a mat here. All of this we had already done. Here I put the matching paper to this side up here and the yellow. And we'd already done this. This was the mat that I wanted to replace with something more blue, so I used this one. And then I used the red dot on the inside. And this was already done. So I didn't add very much while you were away. But I did add some things to the small book, so let me show you those things. I added this balloon to the back. Untie it, and I went through, and I remember I told you I wanted these day 1, day 2, etc. cut aparts for this book. Well, I went and added these. I double matted them, so I have day 1 here, day 2, day 3, then we skipped here because this is the one with the pocket, day 4 and day 5, and then we have the back. So we still have quite a few mats to add in here. We will do that. Next time. Or I will actually, most likely I'm going to go ahead and just mat everywhere that I need a mat, and then I will go through with you again and show you what I've added, because it's, you know, it's pretty boring to watch me put mats in, I think. All right, so there's that. We are in pretty good shape. Again, we just need to add a few mats here, and then we're going to add all our embellishments and photo mats and various other items that we want to add. And we do also probably want to, whoops, look at that, my magnets picked up all the paper clips from my desk. We're probably going to add a little bit more to this cover. I know we're going to add something to the spine, and we'll probably add something to the back as well. So next time we're going to finish decorating this, and we will be done. Let me give it a tie here so you can see it. There we go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Please like this video if you've been enjoying it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.